Hello, greetings everyone, and welcome to another edition of the United States of Africa live programs from the Office of the President of United States of Africa. Today I'm talking about the need for Black men and women, or for the African men and women to work together collectively towards the African liberation. This is very important and a very critical step that we as Pan-Africanists need to ensure that the African women, the Black women, are not left behind in the Pan-African struggle. We need to see the African women or the Black women shoulder to shoulder as we work towards reuniting all people of African descent and working towards complete liberation of the African continent. Since ancient Egypt, we have never had any gender inequality issues in Africa. The African women who are revered by African men, and this culture needs to go on. We need to go back to our culture, appreciate the beauty of the African women, the intelligence and wisdom of the African women, and be the first ones to protect Black women everywhere. And as we rise to protect Black women everywhere, Black women should also be rising to ensure that they also protect Black men, because our society cannot flourish where Black men, where thousands of Black men are incarcerated, where thousands of Black men are being murdered by the police. With the rise of so many scientific ideologies, there's been great divisions between Black men and Black women. And after the rise of feminism, Black women came to believe that their struggle is completely different from the Black men, and that they need to go it alone if they are to attain the equality that they are seeking. But true equality comes on when the Black man and the Black women work together towards the collective advancement of their society. As long as Black men and Black women do not work together, we are not going to see the kind of change that we want. With feminism, actually, it makes Black women believe that they can do anything by themselves without involving Black men, without requiring any form of assistance from Black men. And this has misled so many Black women into believing that they are super women who can do anything on earth without working together with the Black men. And this is what Pan-Africanism seeks to change by making both the Black man and the Black woman understand that without working together, we are not going to move forward. In Brazil, there's been a lot of rising domestic violence, and the feminism movements have worked to introduce new laws, but these laws have not contributed towards the decrease of gender-based violence. And this shows that in any struggle, if Black men are not involved, then it becomes a serious challenge because they feel under attack, and for us to solve the issues like gender-based violence, domestic violence, we need to understand and get to the root cause of what is causing all this violence, what is causing this disconnect between the Black men and the Black women, so that we can address these issues. Many would say that Black women face a lot of violence from Black men, but you also need to understand that Black men also face verbal abuse. They face emotional abuse that in some cases usually turns into this kind of violence that we are seeing. So we have to approach this issue looking at both angles, and understanding the reasons for this violence. Is not that we are trying to justify this violence, but understanding the root cause will help us eradicate this violence in our houses and encourage this unity between the Black man and the Black woman, so that we can work towards self-advancement, and we can eradicate all forms of violence against men, against women, and create a new society which values values our women, values our children, values our men, because there have been so many laws that have been fronted by the feminist movement, and the so-called reproductive rights. They've taken away the rights of the unborn child, and say that because women they carry the baby for 9 months, so therefore they have the right to take away the life of that baby if they so choose. And yet, actually, the men are the seed. And if you are a landowner and I have the seed, then who has more power? Is it the landowner or that one with a seed? One might have land, but if you don't have the seed, then nothing can prosper on that land. Nothing can develop on that land. So there's the need for Black men and Black women to recognize how interdependent we are, and without working together, we are going nowhere. I can see Bengo, you're watching live. You can share our stream, share it to your platforms, and spread the message. Stanley Amos watching. Good morning from Vanuatu. We have Kope. You're saying, "Well, I think you're watching from West Papua." Bengo, you're watching from Uganda. You can comment where you're watching us from, and if you have any question. So there's need for Black men and women to work hand in hand in improving our conditions in our society and addressing these challenges that either Black men or Black women are facing. And by working together, then this gender equality that many have been longing for will come into fruition, because there is no gender equality if it takes, for gender equality to happen, it takes one gender down for the other one to rise. Both genders have to be included in the development process. As you know, in 21st centuries, the systems is all about the girl-child development. But when it comes to the boy child is being neglected. And these are the issues, the problems that Pan-Africanists are trying to address by ensuring that that the boy child is not left behind. in ensuring that they have access to education, they have access to healthcare, and by ensuring that both the girl child and the boy child actively get involved in the development of the African nation. Witness, you're watching from South Africa. Bengo, you're saying unemployment opportunities, poor medication, insecurity. It's in Uganda. I believe that many African countries are facing similar challenges, but without us working together, it's going to be very difficult for us to create the change that we want to see. And we cannot make any significant change if we don't the change that does not start with self-transformation. By transforming ourselves, will be the best examples in our societies. And I can see there's one comment from our witness. You're saying pseudoscience is the problem here, and addressing it needs people like radical. I think you are talking about Sobukwe. Indeed, to address these scientific ideologies that actually are playing the role of the colonizer, the divide and rule principle, separating the black men from the black woman, and deceiving them that their struggle is different from the black man, or deceiving African men that their struggle is different. This is quite misleading, because both the black man and the black woman have the same struggle. We've been under the same system for the last 400 years. Many black people, black men that now exhibiting violence against women, actually some suffer from intergenerational traumas, and now they've been handing over this to one generation after the other. And we need to address these issues so that we can create black communities that are violent free, and black communities that value our women, and also they value the contributions of men in the development of our societies. We need to create societies that value our children, so that the right to life begins from conception, and no one party should have the right to take away the life of unborn child, because both the man and the woman contributed towards the development, or bring that child into existence. But now the laws that are being fronted by radical feminists, actually giving the woman more power over the man to decide the fate of a living being. And these are things that Pan-Africanism has to address. Shemaya, you're saying indeed it's only when African men and women work together that we can realize true Al-Kablan Renaissance. Indeed, we have to work together, ensure that in every initiative, the black man and the black woman is included and is part of the struggle. And in re-engineering our society, this struggle must be led by the African women and the black and the African men and the African women. You're also saying America is pseudo culture, depends on African culture to thrive, and this is why we have to stick on our culture. African culture, since time immemorial, has valued the African woman, and the African woman had equal rights to acquire property. We have seen Africa has the most queens, women that became royalties. Is because of the technological advancement that we had in Africa, and the set of values that continue to guide Africans till today. is the reason why Africa is still standing when it comes to culture. We still have our languages after many years of slavery and colonialism. And we must embrace our culture, embrace our languages, and embrace our unity, unify as a united single front towards total unification of Africa, and towards creating the solutions that Africa needs as a nation. As long as we keep divided, then we'll be running in different directions, and we'll never get where we want to. So this is why I've been holding these daily live sessions to encourage you to be part of United States of Africa and support what we are doing, volunteer skills towards creating the Africa we want. We want to make sure that the Agenda 2063 actually is implemented now, because Africans are hungry for change, and we want to see progress year after year. We should be having accomplishments that encourage Africans to move even further when it comes to economic advancement, the journey towards self-reliance. We need to build a new culture of self-dependency, the culture of doing it for self and doing it ourselves. And instead of waiting others to do it for us, it's time for us to take up on the leadership mantle in Africa and say that we are going to do this, and we are going to utilize resources for the benefit of the African people, more than 1.3 billion Africans. And we are going to stop begging for foreign aid, utilize the natural resources that we have for the economic advancement of Africa. And we have to hold our culture with pride, embrace our indigenous languages, and actively get involved in supporting United States of Africa. You can join us, become a supporter on the United States of Africa Facebook page. You can also join us on Patreon and support the United States of Africa, support our programs, watching our live events. You can set our page as favorites so that you can receive all our live events, and you can receive all the educational content that we publish. And when you receive any content from United States of Africa, pass it on so that we can continue spreading the Pan-Africanism message and draw as many people of African descent towards the unity that we are working to create. Bengo is saying, I join you even on Instagram. You can follow us on Instagram. You can follow us on our YouTube channels. Pai, you're saying, well, ask for something but do opposite. We ask for something but do opposite. Why do people even hesitate to connect through education to cement the foundation for eternal and lasting unity? It's the challenge. We have the resources on United States of Africa, a lot of educational content, but it's up for you to seize the opportunity and benefit from the educational content, the educational resources that we have on United States of Africa page. We are basically thousands of video clips of past programs, thousands of articles and stories, thousands of content on African history, culture and heritage. You can join United States of Africa on Twitter handle. Follow us at Africa Africa Republic. That is the Twitter handle for Global Pan-Africanism Network. Or follow us on Al-Kebulan _ That's the Twitter handle for United States of Africa. Interact with us and get involved in the realization of the United States of Africa. We need an app for Africa. Indeed, we are working on several on an initiative towards creating that. And this is why we've been mobilizing the resources to be able to support such kind of initiatives. And we invite people who are skilled and they can create applications so that we can embark on such kind of initiatives. The problem is not about what you have, but you and I want to share with others for common good. Indeed, if you're not yet part of United States of Africa, you can contact us via the WhatsApp button on the page so that you can actively get involved and contribute your fair share towards the unification of Africa. Thanks everyone for joining, and you can stay tuned for next events. We'll be holding the first year anniversary conference on 27th of June for Black Mental Health Matters. You can subscribe to our channels and support what we are doing so that you can also be part of it. Thank you very much for tuning in, and have a good night, have a good morning, have a good day, depending where you're watching from. I know from those who are watching us from Vanuatu, it's actually morning before black men and women work together. A lot of healing has to take place on both ends. We need to ditch toxic masculine and feminine traits. I feel like hip hop should be banned in Africa the way it was banned in China. It encourages violence of men and disrespect of women. I agree with you regarding that Black men and women need some time to heal, and this is why Black Mental Health Matters is there to educate and empower people of African descent so that they can begin healing from all kinds of evils that have continued to hold us back. The intergenerational trauma, the kind of culture that continues to divide us, the Eurocentric values that have continued to divide Black men and women, as the Black women struggle to be in the same position as the white women. There's been a lot of competition also between the Black man and the Black women, and this unnecessary competition actually is derailing the progress in the Black communities, because once Black women see that they're already successful, they don't care whether Black men are successful or not. I've seen that Black women have created many businesses, but I've not received the statistics how many new businesses Black men have created. We should be equally concerned about not only the development of the Black women but also the development of the Black men, because our foundation relies on the unity between the African women and the African men, and there's the need to collaborate and realize that our experiences are similar. We are facing the common enemy, and without us working together, we're going to be chanting Black Lives Matter for the next 700 years. So therefore, it's important for Black men and Black women to work together to create the systems and institutions that will completely eradicate all problems and challenges that we are facing on 21st century. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your day, and good night, good morning, depending on where you are